Well, hello, fellow diamond painters. TP Crazy Lady here, of course. It's 12:14 a.m. It is now the 5th, Thursday, September 2024. I thought I'd do a end of the day, morning, whatever, rundown of what I did today. Um, First off, I got woke up at 4:30 a.m. and stayed awake, and then I went ahead and finished my October, excuse me, my October gnome. So here's my October gnome that will be going on my door in October. My happy Halloween. And I didn't even realize there's a skull in it when I was doing it. So I thought that was kind of neat. Um, but I think it turned out pretty good. I went ahead and still used my metal ruler. It's broke in different sections, but I can layer it over a different way to avoid some of those pieces. I've got to invest in another group of them. I may do that next month. So I finished the last part of this section and this one this morning or Wednesday morning when I awoke, and thought, well, okay, I'm waiting until I have to go to my doctor's appointment, so I'll just finish this. So, uh, my doctor's appointment was for 2 o'clock, and I was so concerned about uh, because I had gained a little bit of weight. I'm thinking, okay, my A1C is probably going to be up. I didn't get all my blood work done because I did a dumb thing. I think I might have mentioned it. I knew Monday was Labor Day, but I wasn't thinking that. I thought them being like a hospital or something that they would be open, for that morning. No, because like she said, it's like a clinic type hospital. I forget what she called it. It's just like and she said if I really needed to go, I could have went to the hospital and had it done there. They would have went ahead and done it. I wish I would have known that because I'd have swung by the hospital, had it done, and been over with. So I'll have that blood work and stuff done uh, next Monday morning. I have to go 10 to 12 hours without eating anything or drinking, and then I'll go in the morning. But I did my blood work. They did my A1C, and I've gained about 6 pounds, and that kind of irritates me. But like she said, the last time I was in was 6 months ago, so that's only like a pound a month. That's not bad. Um, and I told her, I said, well, I'm not eating a ton of food. I eat a quarter cup of cottage cheese with little sliced mini tomatoes for breakfast, and then I'm not hungry the rest of the day. I'm not hungry until about supper time. And she said, there's an issue right there. She said that the cottage cheese, even though it's only a quarter cup or say a half a cup or whatever you're eating, is high protein, and it's going to make me feel fuller, faster and longer. Plus, she said since I had lost the weight, um, and I was eating lesser amounts for the last 2 years, my stomach has shrunk. So the little bit I'm putting in it is filling me up quicker, and cottage cheese is like pure protein. I mean, it's a lot of protein. So she said, switch it up, like have maybe a scrambled egg or two scrambled eggs for breakfast, uh, or a boiled egg for breakfast, And I said, well, that's protein too. She said, yes, but it's different protein. She said, it's like she has a patient that comes in and gains weight from regular potatoes, but doesn't gain weight from little mini red potatoes. So, when I told my daughter that, I said, oh, maybe maybe the doctor should have asked the lady, what are you putting on those bigger potatoes? because that might be why she's gaining weight. But anyway, so I was worried about that. My blood pressure and stuff was 122/68. Excellent. I was happy with that. Oxygen levels, everything, those were good. Uh, my A1C, which I am so proud of, for 2 years, it has been the exact same number for 2 years. And start in January 2025 will be 3 years. It is 5.5. It has stayed there for 2 years. So I'm patting myself on the back. I feel good. I'm hugging myself. I did a good job. I'm doing a good job. And I know where I've gained the weight. Number one, I'm not walking like I used to. Number two, I'm not doing my senior citizen uh, exercises where I was watching them on YouTube and you do them from sitting in a chair. You just move, and so on. I wanted to get one of those foot pedal things because our Ollie's warehouse outlet warehouse thing had them for about $40. I missed out on them. I just don't have the money, but I would love to get one. Amazon carries them, but they're like 70, $80. They're the same exact thing. They're not perfect. They're not the best. They're not your fancier, foot pedal things. But maybe I can get one in about 2 or 3 months if I save up, and I'll get one. think, I think I stuck it in my wish list, but I'm gonna have to look them up again because I don't remember if I did. Some people have had bad reports on them. Some people haven't. Um, Knock on wood, I've been lucky so far, but I figure if there's an issue with it, I'll ship it back if it's not what I wanted. But anyhow, I know I'm babbling and carrying on. But anyway, tomorrow my mom's going to meet us up at Aldi's at about 1 o'clock. We'll go grocery shopping. Uh, she has a few items she needs to get. Uh, she's been trying to stay on a less spicy diet, and she's been eating, she said, Mapo every morning for breakfast. And the doctor told her she's lost 6 pounds. And my mom said, well, I don't know where that is. She said, unless I lost it in my butt. She said, because my stomach still feels bloated up. And I told my mom, I said, yeah, I said, that's the way I feel. I feel like, my stomach, yes, has shrunk. And I'm always feeling like as soon as I go to eat something or I'm drinking, it seems to balloon up a lot faster. So I suspect that's what it is. You lose the weight, you're eating lesser amounts and more often in the day. You shrink your stomach. It never should have clicked in my head. But yeah, I'm doing. I think I'm doing pretty good. But I want to lose that other 6 pounds. I originally wanted to get to 150. I was at between 153 and 155, up and down. Now, 6 more pounds, I'm at about 160, 161, and that ticks me off. And I can tell the difference in that 5, 6 pounds. When I'm sitting or diamond painting, I can tell at times, where my stomach feels a little more bloated, or I feel, my legs haven't gained any, my arms haven't, of course it's the middle age, spread right there. It deposits itself, and that's where it stays. So I'm going to have to try and do some of those exercises. I found uh, my my band, my rubber, that those bands. Anyway, I finally found it. I wasn't looking for it at the time, looking for something else, and there it was. So I'm going to start doing my leg exercises and trying to tone my stomach as I'm laying flat. Yeah, I'm 72 years old, but that doesn't mean I gotta, be inactive and whatever. I'm not running a marathon here. It's not even a sprint. It's just a steady stride. I mean, when I went to the doctor's appointment, they said, well, she's on the second floor. Take the elevator up, which I already know she's on the second floor. Uh, I always take the stairs. I don't take the elevator. I take the stairs. I figure I'm sedentary enough at home and everything else. When I get out there, I'll park further away from where I'm, going in a store. I'll use stairs rather than an escalator or the elevator. Uh, I figure if it takes me a little longer to get up those stairs, so what? It's exercise. So, and I need to lose that little bit of weight because winter's coming and I know what's going to happen. I'm going to pack it. And that's what happened, me gaining, from where I was at 220 pounds. And I'm not going to go back to that. So, all right, showing you this, what I was doing was sitting here and just piddling around with these because I haven't decided what I want to do. I know that did a kit up of that puppy, the Not Today puppy. He's still sitting there on my big table. And I kept thinking, rather than starting something else right at the moment, I'm debating on which one of my unfinished projects, that I'm going to pull out. I have the tiger from the embers from Dreamer Designs. I have another one, I think, from Dreamer Designs of a Victorian house. Um, there's a couple others. And since I have not heard from GBFKE on that drills that I'm missing and everything else, I'm going to throw it away. I'm I'm done. I'm going to pitch it. It's not worth me finishing. I need to empty the drills. I need my case. I'm done dealing with that. And, it's been 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. I'm out of it, and I'm over it. As far as the Dumbo, that was through Timu. That's on me. Uh, if it's not workable, I'm sorry. It's leaving too. Uh, I know it's maybe considered wasteful money to some people, and yes, it is because I only paid like a couple dollars for it, I think. Plus, I had gotten some discounts, when they lower their prices stuff. So that's fine. Um, I've said it before, and I'll continue to say it. Yes, I won't do it with the larger ones, the more expensive, but the cheaper ones. I'm sorry, the budget friendlies. If I think halfway through the doing it that it looks like nothing that it's supposed to look like or what I envision it to look like, I am not opposed to just chucking it because it takes time and effort to spend on them. And yes, you're enjoying them as you go, but they become less enjoyable as you do them. Because then what are you going to do with it? You finish it and you look at it and you go, well, I can't display it. I can't, what am I supposed to do with it? Roll it up, and it takes up space when you're done with it and it looks like nothing that anybody else could look at. So I just find it wasteful. I mean, yeah, it's wasteful thrown away. It's money spent. I understand. But I think it is a waste of space that I finish it and it looks, ungodly. I've had some really bad. And I roll them up and they hang on the back of the door and they're taking up space for the ones that I could be putting there or displaying and such. So I'm sorry. I won't apologize for pitching. I've already pitched a couple a year ago that I didn't like on 30 by 40s. They're gone. So, okay, that's an explanation there. But anyway, I'm going to be grocery shopping tomorrow. And it's an all day excursion. So I probably will not be on tomorrow. I will try to get on Saturday. I know I have to wash down my stove and my hood, my range hood. I've got a lot of that scrubbing to do, and wiping down my cabinets. Uh, my refrigerator is completely clean, so I'm not worried about it. I need to. Uh, we're still waiting for the electric bill so I can see what, you know, what that is. So we know we have a few dollars for the rest of the month. Um, so I'm going to go ahead, and I don't think there's anything else. We're supposed to get some storms this weekend. At least that's what I heard. I'm not sure. Uh, so probably so. I wouldn't put it past Ohio. That's, you know, it's the way it is. So, and oh, and my I would have probably done a video earlier this morning, earlier when I first finished my Halloween. My internet and phone, everything, cable stuff went out. It was out for 2.5 hours again. I am going to call them tomorrow or Saturday, and I'm going to tell them that's the third time it's been out and down in 2.5 weeks. Now, they did give me that discount. I do have that, and it seems like everything goes great. And then I pay my bill, and then it starts going in and out, in and out. It's like, yeah, we'll give you the, service, pay the bill. Yeah, here we go. Let's just, I don't know why it went out this time. Either they're upgrading or whatever they're doing. But usually when it goes out or they're upgrading, they do that, they say, in the middle of the night. So it's less disruption for customers. This was out 2.5 hours earlier today for whatever reason. I don't know. Did somebody hit a pole? You know, but I'm getting tired of it going in and out. It, because when it goes down, my phone goes out. I don't have a phone. My daughter has her cell phone. Um, they keep talking me into getting another phone. Not my daughter, but the cable company. And I can't afford another phone. Uh, not, and I already have a cheapy uh, Samsung or whatever it is. I don't remember, that I'd gotten from them, and it's as slow as molasses. I mean, you turn it on, and 5-10 minutes later, the phone goes, "Oh, you want me to come on? Oh, okay," and then it'll come on. But that's the one I originally was using to do videos, and everybody said, yeah, the videos were good, but the sound was bad. So I'm using another cell phone that my daughter had that she had dropped, and it's got a cracked back, but it still works. But I can't get cell service on it because the cable company doesn't recognize that phone, or they would put me a cell service on that phone. And so they're trying to talk me into, oh, buy this other phone, and I can get a year's free uh, uh, service. I don't have to pay for it for the year, but I have to pay for the phone. And uh, if I'm going to go that route, I'm going to get me a good phone, not an Apple phone, because I told them I don't want that. Within a year, you'd have to get another one anyway, because they're constantly upgrading the darn things, and they're old in 6 months anyway. But I like to get an LG or something like that because I don't need a fancy phone. But the phones that they're offering are basically what I'm doing with this one right here, and it's no more fancier, no more. The only difference is it's expensive. So I'm not going it. I'm staying right where I'm at. Don't need a cell phone. So okay, I've rambled enough. I'm gonna go. Uh, Probably end up being up better part of the night. I cat napped at probably around between 6 p.m. to about 8 for a couple hours, and I feel pretty good right at the moment. So I'm gonna let you go. I will get back with you. Like I said, it's an all-day excursion on Thursday, so I'll probably try and get back with you on Friday, because the grocery shop and everything takes at least 4 to 5 hours because we go to 3 or 4 different stores, and my mother's a little slower than the rest of us. So, okay, I will get back with you then. If anything changes beforehand, I will let y'all know. So, I love y'all. Hugs, DP Crazy Lady. I'm out.